Today, Fun with Flowers and Jay is brought to you by FernTrust.
Welcome to the world of flowers. I'm Jay Schwanke. I've spent my entire life surrounded by flowers. As a fourth-generation florist, flowers have been a part of my daily life for as long as I can remember. Now I'm on a mission to share my knowledge and love of flowers with everyone I meet. Growing, picking, arranging, designing, and sharing. It's all fascinating to me because I love flowers. Anything flowers and everything flowers. Welcome to Fun with Flowers and Jay. Today on Fun with Flowers and Jay, we'll share a little knowledge about leatherleaf and create a beautiful arrangement using this fabulous foliage. Any of us that have been in the flower industry for any period of time know about leatherleaf. This fern is a staple to our industry. We use it to cover foam, we use it to back an arrangement. But the leatherleaf itself has actually been chosen for that job because of the durability factor. Although to some of us it may be common, in other parts of the world, this fern is extremely popular and gaining in its popularity. Right now, cases of leatherleaf are shipped over to Europe, where they're sold at high dollar value because people want the beautiful fern pattern and this beautiful foliage. It's interesting. If we think back about the carnation and how the carnation or the gladiola became a common flower because it was very durable and very usable, but now we're seeing carnations in wedding work. We're seeing beautiful glads in decorative magazines and used at elegant affairs. The same thing is happening with fern. This fern is becoming a hot new trend. And the great part about leatherleaf is that the best place to grow it is in Central Florida. Pearson, Florida, where FernTrust is located, is the fern capital of the world. And the people at FernTrust have a cooperative of many farmers that grow the finest leatherleaf on the planet. Recently, we were down there filming a documentary about FernTrust and seeing how they cut these bunches and how they work to provide us with beautiful fern. Remember that we can even paint the fern. I love the fact that FernTrust provides these metallic shades. That goes so great with our new carat trend, as in 14 karat gold or beautiful sterling silver. At the same time, there's things to remember about leatherleaf too. Remember that leatherleaf is a growing plant, and a plant has to reproduce. So at certain times of the year, we'll have spores that appear on the back of the leaves. I remember when I was a little kid, we used to talk about that because people would call in and think that the spores were a bug. But as you can see, they're lined up perfectly on the back of the leaf. Sometimes there's no spores, but when it's time for the leatherleaf to reproduce, the spores appear. It's part of nature and a great feature of leatherleaf. When we talk about fern being a hot trend, it's even showing up in great products like ribbon. This Reliant ribbon has embroidered fern leaves on it, which shows that the trend is gaining for beautiful fern. FernTrust creates some of the finest leatherleaf on the planet. This is their Delta leatherleaf, packaged in a Delta package and some of the most beautiful leatherleaf grown on the planet. So today, we're going to play a role reversal. We're going to create a project that has flowers that kind of help cover the foam, but the star is going to be leatherleaf. So we'll use this concrete container, and I filled it with flower foam. I cut up the flower foam so that I have a level surface all the way across. And we'll create a little scene in there using our moss first. So we're creating a piece like we almost lifted it out of the garden. It's almost like a little garden diorama. Put our moss in there. Down in Florida, there's beautiful moss that grows in the beautiful hammocks where they grow the leatherleaf. It's absolutely incredible. Got a little succulent we'll place off to the side. And maybe a pine cone. So our soaked flower foam is covered with all sorts of assorted things. It's a little diorama, almost like a piece of a garden we lifted out. We'll add a few flowers, and then we'll add our star, our leatherleaf fronds. We'll start with a few green lotus pods. I like the way that those look as if they're growing out of the water. Down the central part of our arrangement, we've got a little pathway. So what I'm going to do is place my carnations low and tight. This technique is called a pave. We borrowed the term from the jewelry industry because people would place a pave of diamonds across a piece of jewelry. So here, our flowers are like the jewels, and we'll place the carnation across the bottom. I'll follow with a row of hypericum on the other side. And then I can base in between using the magic eryngium. This will actually draw a line that will draw our eye through the arrangement once it's completed. And we'll place a protea, a green one, on the side. Again, off to the side and not as a focal area, so it'll be a discovery later on. 2 stems of Bells of Ireland provide a great chartreuse green pop for the arrangement. Now it's time for our stars. Using the leatherleaf at full length, showing off the full frond, allows me to bring them in groupings. Leatherleaf grows out of a central area, so having them come out of that central area and look like they're growing is key. We can place them behind the protea and around the lotus blossoms. I'm even placing a couple right at the front of the arrangement. That way, it's the first thing that you see, and it's almost like a little world that lives underneath these beautiful ferns. I love how the first thing that you see is the leatherleaf. I like thinking about it as the star of this arrangement. The other pieces are auxiliary that live underneath. And it's almost like walking through the beautiful fields that we toured when we were down there at FernTrust. Amazing leatherleaf. It gives you a huge new appreciation for this wonderful foliage. Until next week, keep having fun with flowers.